We've heard lots of different ways that Edmodo has been a great tool for students and for teachers, and I'm just going to show you one way that you can use Edmodo for assessment with your kids. I'm going to log into my account, and this is an idea that's a little bit out there if you're used to giving absolute grades. For people who are working with this standards-based grading, this is going to make a lot of sense to you. But the idea is that you use badges for your students. So I'm going to click right here where it says create badges for your students. And this is where I will just create them. This one right here that says hot question just is one that I took from another teacher. Before I start creating them, let me show you what they look like. If I go to my profile, you'll see that I have a few badges. Okay, so this one I received for being a verified teacher. For collaborating and publishing online, I received this badge. For building classes for the different trainings that I do, and then this one is for being the first Edmodo user at a school. So if you're familiar with Scouts and that sort of thing, you remember whenever I was in Girl Scouts I had all sorts of badges that were pinned onto my sash, and the way that I received those was by completing objectives for those badges. It's the same principle here. Whenever I complete objectives and master something, I receive a badge. So the one that I have on there that said hot question, I'm going to go back here to where it says create badges for your students. That's great to give that to my kids. That's going to promote higher order thinking and higher order questioning and get them to ask more. But the thing is, that's not necessarily going to show mastery of any of their learning goals. So what I'm going to do is create a new badge, and this badge is going to be specific to the Common Core. So I'm going to click here where it says new badge, and I'm going to go ahead and just bring up the Common Core so that way I can get one of the standards that I need. Website is corestandards.org, and I'm going to go to the standards, and I'm going to choose the college and career readiness standards because that's what I use more for my trainings. If you were at a different grade level, obviously you'd go choose your own there. So let's say that this one here is the one that I'm going to create a badge for. My students can read closely to determine what the text says explicitly and make logical inferences from it. They can cite specific textual evidence when writing or speaking to support conclusions drawn from the text. So what I am going to do is copy this part right here. Okay, now right here, this piece just tells me that's my Common Core. ELA is English Language Arts. I'm in the literacy section, and then CCRA is College and Career Readiness, and then this is the standard one. So my badge title is going to be that right there, and then my badge description is right here. Okay, now I can upload an image and then scroll down to where my images are. And if I were to take one of these that meant anything to do with reading, the closest thing would probably be this one. And since we're just doing this as a tutorial, I'll just click on that and hit open. And then I'm going to hit create badge, and there it is. So now you see here that I've got two badges, and I can give these to my students so that way they can start collecting them, and whenever they log in to their profile, they will see all of the badges that they have received as well. This is a great motivator for kids, and it's also a way for you to keep track of where your kids are visually.